My name is Dustin Bauman. I work actually for my own company, iApproach. We do custom e-learning development and help customers roll out LMS solutions, as well as the courseware that goes with that. There was multiple different customers actually, but when we first started using iSpring, we were actually using a product, Articulate Presenter. And it was along with a lot of the tools that during the time with Captivate as well, they were very buggy, and we weren't able to actually publish out and get things to work the way we needed to for a couple of key courses that we were building at the time. And downloaded a trial of iSpring, did a test, really quick test. I mean, we didn't put hardly any time into it, and everything that we had problems with, audio skipping, different things like that, all work seamlessly in iSpring. So that's first how we started using it, and then obviously with the growth of the tool, the expansion and all the additional features that have come throughout the years now of using it, we just continue to use it as much as we can. iSpring compared to even comparable products that would work with PowerPoint or anything like that, iSpring, in my opinion, is one of the only tools out there that supports all of the triggers, animations, the different things that you can truly, like if you're going to push the limits of PowerPoint, iSpring is the only ones that have really programmed around that to give you those features and benefits. I mean, additional things with the interactions, quizzing. I have a customer right now that on the assessment side, we've solved problems with them sending out question level reporting via an email. So they don't have a PHP server or a custom solution set up. And their LMS doesn't provide that. And with SCORM, there's not a lot of question level reporting. With the Quizmaker application, we're able to actually send all of the results to an email, which provides them all of the data that they need to be able to capture to see where they need to take their learning moving forward. So again, kind of one of the only things on the market that is out there for the people to buy. I don't think there's challenges with iSpring per se. I think that if anything, it comes back to PowerPoint. So a lot of people don't understand that what's involved in PowerPoint and the power that sits behind PowerPoint. A lot of the people that we work with haven't really unveiled all of the tools and triggers, for instance, within PowerPoint, and what they can actually do with those, the video capabilities and different things like that. So I really think that iSpring plays to that. So while they may blame it on iSpring, it's actually the lack of potential lack of problem or knowledge with PowerPoint. I think that if there are challenges, there's really nothing that the team at iSpring can't do. So one of the real big benefits, besides where the technology is going with HTML5 and all the bells and whistles, is really centered around the support team and the team that iSpring has centered around them. I mean, the bugs that they can fix on the fly, like all of those types of things, is just kind of unheard of in the industry. I would recommend iSpring to anybody that one is looking to get into building e-learning. Anybody that has existing content, so product marketing, anything like that that's already existing in PowerPoint. If you've already done that, then you've already made a huge step forward. Animations, presentations, any type of marketing materials, anything that you have can just transfer over through PowerPoint and be published out. Anybody on the web side of things, quick web banners, I mean, there you can change the dimensions and publish out and do so many different things if you expand how you're going to use the tool. So anybody getting started on the PowerPoint side, if they know PowerPoint really well, awesome. I mean, you've got a step ahead. The tool itself on the Quizmaker side and different things like that is so easy to use that anybody, almost can pick it up and start using it right off the bat. So I think everybody, again, in my opinion, should have it in their toolbox, especially at the price point. I think that's one of the things that's always been attractive about iSpring is they're not charging, $10,000 for every license. So it should be one of those tools if you're serious about e-learning that is in your toolbox. I definitely plan on using iSpring, having that in the toolbox, as we talked about, figuring out where that fits. One of the major things for everybody, especially mobile. So mobile's a really big trend right now. You've got tablets, you've got mobile phones, you've got browsers on the Apple side that, if they're using Safari, do they support Flash fully? Do they not? Do they have to turn on security settings? Like all of those considerations. So I think that where iSpring fits into that is they can still publish to Flash, but their HTML5 conversion of that e-learning and those courses is just amazing compared to everybody else. One of the things that really, which I would use almost every time for every customer, is low bandwidth situations. So for instance, we have, say a bunch of people in Europe or a different country, or even across the United States, in remote locations. So using tablet, they're on a wireless connection, and maybe that connection, their internet connection itself is really slow, so you've got all these things stacking against you, and that's really, again, in my opinion, if you build it right up front, the course up front, compress your images and do those things, that only helps iSpring shine even more. So it's really nice to be using that in those types of situations.